Hey, what's up guys? Dizzy Nuts here. How you guys doing? So here at Hollywood Studios, you can see today just talking about something that everybody once in a while would ask, and it's about how do I keep on finding inspiration for photos after coming to the park so many times. Well, today I'm going to show you what I usually do, or one of the things that I do to keep myself inspired to keep on taking photos. And the one thing is, for example, is that I will force myself to use one specific lens. Now, I do have the advantage that I do come to the parks a lot, but if you are visiting, obviously bring all the lens that you can. But if you want to try something new, force yourself to use a different lens in different situations, because you'll see sometimes you get some really interesting results. So let's go ahead and talk about the camera. As you can see here, we have my Canon R, which is the camera that I have. And then for the lens, we got the TT Artisan, hopefully I'm saying it correctly, lens, which is the fisheye 2.8. And I've actually done a review. I'm going to put a link to this lens above. And what I love of this lens is that it's so wide, since it's a full frame on the mount of this camera. So there's no adapters or anything. This is like native right there on the camera itself. So you get the full frame advantages, and then obviously the effect of the full frame and the fisheye lens makes it like an extra wide, which is what I love. Okay, so as for settings, nothing fancy here. You can see it's daylight, so we don't need to really worry about metering and other stuff. So what we are going to do is that we are going to use in shutter priority, or you can use manual. In this case, I am using TV, or you can use manual. And then I usually put it around 1/500, 1/600 of a second, depending on the day. Now make sure you check your exposure indicator, see how it is. So for example, you know that if you press the shutter halfway, the exposure indicator will tell you right there if the dial in the middle, if it's okay or not. So, and then as for the f-stop, I won't usually do the full wide open, which is the lowest number, is 2.8. I usually do like a 4 or a 5. It all depends how the day is. And then as for ISO, I'll leave it as auto, and many times this will be, if I push the shutter halfway, you'll see there it's already at 100, so we're good with that. The fisheye, sometimes it's a little tricky because you got that curve, that really cool curve, but sometimes that curve could go against you, so you got to be careful when photographing certain things, that you are try to be as level as possible, because once it's a little bit off, it's off, and since you already got the curve from the fisheye, it makes it even difficult to fix. So just something to look for. Okay, we're coming up on the balloon one. Here we go. These are always awesome to include shots, because you can always include stuff like this where you shoot upwards, you can get some of the palm tree, or you shoot at an angle, you get the Chinese theater here. Like, always so many good options. And the best thing also that I like to do is like get really close to them, and when the wind is all crazy, they're all left to the left, and there's a lot of options. Now make sure that you focus on the balloons always. Here we're coming up on what is Echo Lake in here. A ton of options as well, so you can go crazy here as to photographing, shooting between the fence here, and the lower you are, the better angle you get with the water. Just standing far back with the fisheye, you can get everything in the frame like this right here. Have you guys met my friend Gertie? Yep, she's here most of the time, and usually she has this really cool ice cream shop that 99% of the times it's closed. But if you're lucky enough, you'll see it open. And one really cool shot of this area here are these footprints, which many people don't notice that they're there. They just walk by them. Look how cool. Now for this, what I would recommend to get a really cool shot is actually put your camera beneath between the railing here, and get an angle this way towards the shot with Gertie with the footprints. Now it is okay, even though we have a fisheye, it is okay to put the camera sideways and get some really cool tall shots, even with that fisheye effect. You get a really cool wide shot. Okay, another couple of cool shots here is with this big guy here, this big AT-AT behind me. But the best spot for these shots for the fisheye will actually go into the queue line and shoot upwards. So let's go inside. Okay, once inside the queue, there's a couple of really good spots here to take photos of, and I'm going to show you the first one, which is actually right here. But you got to make sure that if you're going to shoot this photo, to not include the rope, because you want to shoot upwards with the foot stomping here, upwards at an angle, and you'll get the big like this underneath with the fisheye. Another good spot is actually right here from this fountain. And here how this shot looks. So now we're going to head over to some more Star Wars. We're actually going to head into Galaxy's Edge, and let's go. I'm going to show you a couple of good shots in there as well. Now another really good shot is here. This X-Wing looks really cool, and you can get a bunch of really cool shots if you actually get really close to the plants here and some of the shipping cargo, and you include it or just a little bit over it. Here's how the shots look. Okay, the next one is this guy back here who's cooking some stuff on a engine motor here. So how cool is that? Let's go ahead and take some shots of that. And here, to be honest with you, the best one is actually where the guy is here rotating the chicken or whatever that is. I don't think that's chicken. And what we're going to do, we're going to shoot lifting the camera high as possible right here, and this is how the shot would look like this. Now, obviously, a really good shot with the fisheye is the Falcon that's behind me. So this, you just gotta sometimes get a little close and just sometimes wait it out when there's not people here around. So let's go ahead and take a couple shots of it. Just like that, we're going to head from Galaxy's Edge to Andy's backyard.
Buzz Lightyear mission log. Have infiltrated quadrant known as Backyard without detection. Check that, Star Command.
Will do.
And watch as I speak.
You got it. Now one shot that looks really cool with the fisheye is this thing here. Now if you get really close to underneath it, it looks like it's doing the loop, but it's actually not. So we're going to park right here on the fence. Here it goes. Another really cool shot for Slinky Dog Dash is actually right here on the side where you're following the railing here. You can get some really cool shots when it's coming down. So we're going to get here a little closer. Here we go. And if you want something even cooler, you can even actually add in this light, so we can get something like this. Okay guys, so that's it here from Hollywood Studios. Hopefully you liked this video, and hopefully you are inspired to take more photos with other stuff that you don't usually do, like different lenses or different situations. Keep it interesting, and remember always to make the photos your own and edit them the way that you like them, because at the end of the day they're your photos. So this is Lewis, Disney Nuts signing off from Hollywood Studios. Take care. Bye.
Stay back.